Snow him under for a loss of 4. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line.
Oh, he cut back so mean. Oh, come on.
It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run. And on offense, I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Damn.
Look up. Oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you got to count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time.
1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Oh, yeah, I'm gone.
And he takes it in.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage.
Pig. Let's go. Dion. I'm gonna lie, bro. That defense is fast.
They exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll be taken down, but not
in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen.
And Winston lost the football.
Crack his ass. Crack his ass.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Surveying the field. And this is caught by Watkins. They give him 13 yards there on the play.
Sammy Watkins, and that's special.
And when we see him before the game running the route tree, it looked like the same Sammy Watkins to me that we saw a year ago.
Yeah, and I think he's going to just keep getting. One has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Winston. And did he get the feet down? No. 2nd down, Winston. Green's got it over the middle. And
around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add. Giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Oh, my God.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. This will be caught at the 2. And he couldn't.
Offensive line was getting beaten to the punch by the guys across the ball.
It was pretty evident, I thought.
I mean, they were off the ball fast, penetrating, getting it.
Now he fights it. Any interception. Are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no? You just throw that.
Too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they. And he goes down. Let's go. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll set up to throw. He's got
defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage.
Pressure gets to him and down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Imagine. I understand being aggressive. You know, how many times have you looked at me and said, "Are you crazy? Why would you say go for it there?" I wouldn't in this situation. I'm not sure what he was thinking other than maybe he doesn't believe in his defense at all anymore, that he just says, I've got to go for it in this situation. But his meeting, the head coach's meeting with the GM and the owner, that's going to be an interesting one because he's going to have to offer an explanation for this one.
And he's in turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This
Let's go, bro.
Jaguars set up this drive. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to...
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And he can't get, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to air one out. And
Play caller sheet. They have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they dropped.
package. They snap it direct. This is Murray. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Cuts it out to the sideline. Don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak because you know a big play might result.
He was so ready to get to part 2 of the screen, he forgot part 1. Couldn't get the ball. Timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And
Let's go. Good game. It was ugly, but we got it done. Thank y'all for sticking around with your mans, bro. Fucking around this Madden. It wasn't a pretty game, bro. It was a real ugly game. But I got a few highlights for you. This one probably won't be as long as the other ones. So thank you guys for showing up in a big way. Love all y'all.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Let's see who week 3, bro. Week 3.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
They got the Ravens. They ain't win either.